And yes, it is day 28 of Happy Horror Queen, and you know what that means? 3 more days until Halloween! Woohoo! Yay! I'm like really excited, and I'm also really excited for this video because today I am doing a conspiracy video plus Easter eggs on the movie Coraline. Now, Coraline is literally like my childhood movie. Granted, I know you guys have seen all this Nightmare Before Christmas stuff I have, which I can, at some point, if you guys really want, show you guys my Nightmare Before Christmas collection. But Coraline is the one movie, I mean, Nightmare Before Christmas, I kind of saw it, like, early teens, between teen, you know? But Coraline, I saw that when I was, like, literally the year it came out, so, like, when I was 9. So that was definitely, like, a childhood movie that stuck. I honestly have to say I do kind of like it more than The Nightmare Before Christmas, but they sell a lot more Nightmare Before Christmas stuff than Coraline stuff. But anyways, this is a very different video. If you guys want to see more of these, just comment down below and let me know, or give this video a thumbs up. It helps out. Also, if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. And stay till the end because I have some really funny bloopers. Like, I mean, I know some of my other ones I did bloopers, but these ones are actually kind of funny. But yeah, so this is different. I know this might not seem like Halloween-y exactly, but Tim Burton, like, all his movies are Halloween-like, or they have to do with creepiness or something for, like, kids more like. But this film, I kid you not, I think this one scares me more than any horror film I've ever watched. Like, I'm not scared of this film, but this one, for some reason, will creep me out a lot more than any rated R horror film, and this is only PG. But without further ado, let me shut up and let's get into the video. Alright, I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible. I do have 10 different conspiracy theories and Easter eggs. I also like to point out none of these are my original ideas. Granted, some of them I did see in the movie before, like, people started making all these conspiracy theories. However, you know, they were created and whatnot, so I'd like to give credit to those who did whatever they did. But quick little summary on Coraline in case you haven't seen it. Basically it is about a girl. She's like 11 years old. She has dyed blue hair because no one naturally has blue hair. Has dyed blue hair. She moves into a place called the Pink Palace with her parents. She is an only child. I'm talking fast, trying to make this video really quick. Yeah. So she's moving into the Pink Palace with her parents, and basically she finds she's kind of lonely. Not that she doesn't have friends, she's just lonely. You know, they just moved far away from where she originally was from, and she finds this door in her house, and she opens it, and at first there's just brick there, and at night she opens it, and it shows this tunnel into this whole other world. And she thinks in this world, like, it's amazing. She has this other mother who, like, makes her all the food she could possibly want. Like, they play games, you know. It's, like, this perfect world, and, like, nothing is wrong with it. But, as they say, be careful, or it says, like, be careful what you wish for. And it also says, like, or the cat in the movie, he says, you think this world is a dream come true, but you're wrong. Yeah, that's pretty much what the movie is about, and it gets really crazy, but that's just the movie in a nutshell, so let's get into the theory. Theory number 1 that I did happen to see when I was 9 years old watching this was that the tunnel that Coraline crawls through is actually the same as the well in the movie. Like, the shape of it. Like, if you look at the tunnel, yeah, granted it's a lot more colorful, if you could say, but then at the end of the movie when she drops the key down the well with the hand and her blanket and the rock, yeah, like, when I saw that, I was like, it looks exactly like the tunnel, but just not colorful. And the theory, that is a theory, people say, oh, that's another portal to the other world, which there's a theory I'll get into a little bit later in the video saying how there are different portals, but theory is this is the way into the other world. And that when this part I didn't realize until, like, now, which terrifies me. When Coraline threw the key back into the well, like, she threw it into the well, she basically threw it back into the portal, and there is only one key. So, let's move on to the next one. Yeah, I just wanted to include a picture right there just so you guys could see what I was talking about in case you were confused. But this conspiracy, well, not the conspiracy theory number 2, but another little Easter egg in the film. When she goes into the other world, she has this other father who makes music and plays the piano, and he sings her a song. And it seems like he made it on a whim because he's like making up a song about Coraline. Ever since I figured this one out, I mean, I kind of had a feeling, but once I really dissected it, yeah, it's been stuck in my head ever since. But the theory goes, well, not the theory goes, that song is literally a warning for Coraline in the very beginning. So I do have the lyrics popped up right here. Of course, it's just to make sure I say it right. But I'm going to read it, and then we'll dissect it. Making up a song about Coraline. She's a peach. She's a doll. She's a pal of mine. She's as cute as a button in the eyes of everyone who ever laid their eyes on Coraline. when she comes around exploring, Mom and I will never ever make it boring. Our eyes will be on Coraline. Now, what this is basically saying, first one, they say she's a doll, because the other mother made a doll of Coraline, and, you know, she's a doll. She's as cute as a button, you know, there's button eyes. In the eyes of everyone whoever laid their eyes on Coraline. And also when it says our eyes will be on Coraline, their button eyes will be on Coraline. That one creeped me out after I kind of really figured it out, because I heard she's as cute as a button. I kind of thought they were hinting at the button eyes, but I didn't fully realize it till like the whole, yeah. But that's creepy. Let's go on to the next one. Thing number 3, because I don't even know what to call these. The beldam. That is the other mother. Her name is the beldam, and literally Wikipedia's definition of a beldam is an old woman, a malicious and ugly woman, especially an old one, a witch. Because many people believe that the beldam is a witch, and there's also conspiracies about stories about beldams, and like olden stories, when there was beldams in stories, they were commonly perceived as witches, and they were commonly like perceived as like people that like would try to lure kids in with foods and treats and stuff, like beldams, and that they were really secretly spiders, and they would lure kids in, and once they got them, they would trap them in their web and inject them with their poisonous venom and eat them. And this beldam isn't that far from it when you really think about it, because she does lure the kids in, gives them everything they want, and then in the end of the Coraline movie, she did turn into a spider and had the web, and yeah, really, really creepy. Let's go to the next one. Alright, that was definitely kind of creepy. This next conspiracy theory is like another little Easter egg. Of course, as you guys should know, I mean, if you have seen the movie, hopefully you've seen the movie, but the other father has this garden, or the other mother made a garden, and it was in the shape of Coraline's head. Now, that was in the other world. When they go back to the regular world, in the very end of the movie, they do like that like huge, broad like view of like the whole garden and whatnot. Now, when I was little, I used to think it was in the shape of the cat for some reason. I don't know, but when I actually looked into this, not that I was off, it was a character, however, it was not that cat. It was actually the other mother, and I'm going to show you a picture of what I am talking about, and it's kind of creepy when you really look at it, but here it is. That was creepy. My next little conspiracy theory Easter egg. This one is probably a lot more obvious than the movie. However, after watching it so many times, I did notice it. When Coraline is going to get the eyes of the ghost girls, there is a part in the movie, and the dad, well, there's this part, like when she gets the first eye, because the other father, he's on the grasshopper thing, and one of the knobs is actually the eye. Now, for this one, if you actually pay close attention, like, at first I used to look at it and I thought she grabbed it in time, or like he had it and he was like, ah, like he just so happened to have it and she grabbed it. But when you actually listen to it and stuff, I mean, granted, this might be a stupid one, but when you listen to it, you hear he actually, like, and really pay attention, he takes it off and hands it to her and says, take this before he dies. Kind of already dead, but yeah, that part, not that it creeped me out, but it kind of was, it was just weird because he actually cared, like, kind of like the other YB, how they both kind of cared. It was just weird because it didn't seem quite right, but it was very interesting, if you ask me. But let's go on to the next one. This next one kind of ties with the last one, but it's obviously very obvious, but the people are literally dust. Now, yeah, this one does kind of tie in with the last one, because the other father, I mean, like, literally, when you really think about it, with the exception of Coraline and the cat, the only actual person in this world is the other mother, because she created copies of everyone, because that's how she said, where she kind of like, yeah, she just made copies of everyone. Like when Coraline said to Mr. B or Mr. Bobinski, there we go. When she said like you're just a copy she made or whatever, that's literally what everyone is. So to me, that's why it was so surprising when the dad did it. I'm like, but he's not actually a real thing. Or when she said she'll hurt you again and YB blew the hand, it was just showing I'm not actually a thing. I was made up. So that was kind of the theory. So like, I mean, that seems stupid. Yes, the other mother did make everyone, and she's the only actual person in that world besides Coraline. So it's kind of creepy when you really look into it. But let's go on to another one. This next one has to do with not our favorite character. Okay, he's kind of my favorite character anyway. This has to do with the cat. That black cat that just so happens to be in the movie. Well, not that it's bad, but there's quite a few theories I got with this one. The first one is that, like, as the cat said, he said, basically in the movie that the other mother doesn't like cats. Now, that does seem kind of odd. I mean, I get people don't like cats, but just his context of it, looking deeper into it, you can kind of already tell with that they're arch enemies in a way. Like, something had to have happened in the past. And one conspiracy theory about it goes that the cat was actually the first child she lured into her other world. And this child managed to escape. Some say it was the first child was the one in the Blue Boy painting. And then some say that this child, or like in the Blue Boy, died eventually and transferred, or spirit turned into a cat. Then some say that the first child escaped and transferred their spirit into a cat to protect other children. Because the cat, when you really look at it, is the guardian. Like, for instance, he's around Wybie all the time. And Wybie's not allowed, well, obviously Wybie's not allowed in the Pink Palace for reasons, but the cat, like, really seems to protect Wybie and is always around him, probably trying to prevent him from going to the other mother. Then you have Coraline, where when he's in the other world, he's constantly watching her and around her, like, trying to protect her, too. So that was one theory, like, the cat is literally, like, the kid's guard, like, all the kids, he's their guardian, and this cat has apparently been around as long as the other mother. Now, this other one, it kind of ties with the cat, that's why it's, like, 2 in 1. This one has to go back to what I said earlier about, like, the well and how there might be another portal. Well, by theory, it goes to show that in the very end of the movie, when you watch it, you see the cat, and then you see, like, the Pink Palace sign, and this part, like, it was so obvious in the end. However, it was kind of just weird, but you gotta look deeper into it. In the very end, he walks through the thing, or, like, he just, like, walks, like, what is it, like, it's like this, and he walks on it, and it's like, he doesn't come out on the other side. I'm not saying he's dead. He doesn't come out on the other side. He just kind of vanishes, and that does seem weird. It was like, I feel like, one, it was like that cliffhanger to show, like, hey, no, this world is still there, but also, that definitely does show that there is more than one portal into this world, because clearly, if the tunnel looked just like the well, and then the cat, when he went that way, he didn't come out on the other side. So, and then you have the door. So it does show there's more than one portal. Or I think it does definitely prove there has to be more than one portal. So that is another conspiracy theory. But that one I definitely believe. But there's a few more. So let's get into those. Alright, this one is kind of another, what is it? Easter egg. So when Coraline gets trapped in that, like, dungeon-like room, and she's like, you may come out when you've learned to be a loving daughter. I've seen this movie so much. And then she's with the 3 ghost girls that lost their eyes, and they had the button eyes. Now, there is one part, and I will put a picture in to show you, but there is one part where one of the girls is like, if we let her sew the buttons. I know this movie so well. But she, like, goes through Coraline, and you see these button eyes. Now, to me, when I looked at it the first time, it was very obvious, like, she had those button eyes on her temporarily, but I feel like that's kind of like symbolism to show this is what, if Coraline doesn't escape, that is what, well, I mean, the 3 ghost girls are obviously the symbol of that is what is to become of her, but just the button eyes on her, it just kind of symbolized, like, it's kind of looked like another warning, in a way, like, hey, get out while you can, you know, you really need to get out of here. Like, it was just kind of like a little subliminal message, like, just get out of here, like, this is what's going to become a Coraline if she doesn't get out of here, so, like, another warning. But let's get on to this last one. This is a conspiracy theory, and this one literally blew my mind. Alright, this last conspiracy theory, this is the most mind-blowing. It definitely made me, like, reevaluate everything when I found it out, but it has to do with the deeper meaning behind the movie. Now, it looked like such a cute, somewhat innocent child movie, and people were like, wow, this was really good. However, there was a much deeper meaning behind it that Tim Burton had. Now, this movie, basically, I'm just going to get into it, not be like sugarcoating everything. The point of this movie was to display mind control. Just bear with me. You have the metallic hand, the mother's hand that was seen throughout the movie, as you all must have known. Or that was very obvious. Mother's hand, and how, like, she has all these puppets. I mean, one portraying is you have all the people, like all the dust people, those are all her puppets that she made, and she controlled them to be a specific way. The very beginning of the movie shows a lot of mind control, which there's this theory like everywhere, but one had to do with when she was taking the last doll and making it into Coraline. For starters, she used the scissors, and she was cutting the doll. It was kind of like, they say it was like a reference to abuse, because this is what happens with, like, mind control victims, and, like, it shows the doll, like, how they're taking what it once was and transforming it into something totally different, kind of like with people when you do mind control people. You take what they once were, and you try to alter them around completely to make them what you want. So, you know, they had her cutting with the scissors. They said that was definitely a reference to, like, abuse. And then she's ripping off the hair. I mean, I like to put Coraline's hair on, but she's, like, ripping off the doll's hair. They say that was a reference to torture for these people, because, you know, when you gotta mind control people, you have to literally break them down. I'm not telling you guys how to mind control people, but apparently they also say, because she did take out her button eyes, they say, what is it? When the eyes ripped out, and what is it? The removal of the eyes is the main symbol representing MK programming, or whatever it's called. I think that, yeah, that is what it's called. I'm kind of looking at my computer because I got this off of VigilantCitizen.com. I will leave the link for that down below if you're really interested in this. That's where I got this theory off of, so I will link that down below. But it had to do with MK, mind controlling or whatever. I don't know what the MK stands for. Then there is when she's removing the stuffing, they say it's the removal of the slave's core, like, you know, like their core, like their personality. And then you have the new doll refilled and, like, made to look nice, and it's like, this is the new product and this is our mind control. So that was actually really creepy. Basically, the deeper meaning behind the movie is it is about mind control, and yeah, it was terrifying. But those are the facts, and not facts, conspiracies and Easter eggs I have for you guys. Alright guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you guys would like to see more conspiracy theory videos, not necessarily like Shane Dawson, I mean, Shane Dawson is amazing, but not like his. Like, if you guys want to see, like, movie conspiracy videos or just weird things, if you want to know more about Coraline conspiracies, I do have more. I just picked the best one, or the ones I like the most. I'm sorry this video was so long. If you stay till the end, thank you so much, but stay a little bit longer. I got some really cool bloopers. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more conspiracy theory videos. Give this video a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think of these conspiracies, how mind-blowing they are. Subscribe. I'm making new videos for like 3 more days for this month. Because, you know, Happy Horror Queen unfortunately is coming to an end. I'm very excited for Halloween. I have a very special video in store for Halloween. Make sure you're back here on Halloween. What else? Check out my Instagram at HorrorLover13 in case you need a Halloween costume idea. I have tons of special effects and stuff on there to go check out. My website, queenofhorror.com, where I do post everything horror. I do have a section on Happy Horror Queen if you want to, you know, get some Halloween ideas. But that is it. So until tomorrow, bye guys. Remember, always say goodbye. Bye! Making up a song about Coraline. She's just cute. She's a doll. She's a pal of mine. She's as cute as a button in the eyes of everyone who ever laid their eyes on Coraline. When she comes around exploring, Mom and I will never, ever make it boring, because our eyes will be on Coraline. And done! I am not gonna ever become a singer in my future. Hey guys, single! Welcome back to my like, my throat, it just dried out. Like, it just went like, oh, yeah, God.